despite the long-term effects in the form of deforestation, bauxite mining in the cockpit country. They believe that this is likely to transform the Jamaican economy for the short term. If the government allows Noranda Jamaica Bauxite Partners to mine 8,335 hectares of land in the cockpit country, based on the environmental impact assessment, this area of Jamaica will have to deal with long-term deforestation. Noranda's plan is to mine an area that has been identified as Special Mining Lease 173, and this has been plagued by controversy, with avid environmentalists and farmers being wary of potential devastation to the ecologically sensitive area. This is a major contribution to maintaining NJBP's operations and a critically important contribution to Jamaica's economy overall, and more specifically, foreign exchange earnings, GDP growth, and employment. This is what has been stated by Douglas and Associates. The review has acknowledged that the Jamaican economy was at a very sensitive juncture and would be subject to internal and external shocks. The volume of bauxite exports from the initiative is expected to reap at least US $150 million, an equivalent of Jamaican $20.25 billion annually in profit. The assessors have stated that this undertaking by Noranda, of which the government of Jamaica has a 51% stake, will be beneficial to the Jamaican economy. Another entity that has an interest in this is the New Day Aluminum Jamaica Limited. Environmental persons have stated that the EIA's acknowledgement of the dislocation of some households, the disturbance of archaeological heritage sites, and deforestation has sufficient reasons for why mining should not proceed in SML 173. Bauxite mining is also likely to result in an increase in the water runoff rate, erosion and sedimentation of the natural drainage system, and the potential of flooding in the region. There may also be damage to sinkholes and caves, and a reduction of water quality that has been linked to dust generated during the trucking of the ore for bauxite. The environmental impact assessment has also produced information stating that mining would not take place within the boundaries of the Cockpit Country Protected Area, the CCPA. They have also noted that the government had given up valuable bauxite resources located within the proposed CCPA in order to protect prized renewable resources. The value of the bauxite that has been given up by the government has been estimated to range from approximately US $1.44 billion to US $1.85 billion. Jamaica's immediate to medium-term social, economic, and sustainable development future is highly dependent on providing Noranda with the permits to mine these bauxite resources. There are no other feasible immediate or short-term economic alternatives that have been identified that can be considered to be a substitute to bring equal or greater macro and microeconomic benefits to Jamaica at this time. Issues to be considered, and these factors will have devastating impacts on the Cockpit Country and Jamaica on a whole. If bauxite were to commence being mined in the Cockpit Country, then this would lead to noise pollution, wildlife migration, potential loss of biodiversity in the immediate area, and may also lead to the disruption of established ecosystems within the Cockpit Country. Whilst a large portion of the cockpit country will remain untouched, even if bauxite were to be mined by Noranda, it will still have some impact if a portion of the cockpit country were to be mined for bauxite. Many persons across Jamaica, especially in Mandeville, have complained about the impacts of mining bauxite in their communities. Bauxite mining leads to air, food, and visual pollution as a result of the dust. The processes that surround bauxite mining include excavation, the removal of topsoil and vegetation, transportation of bauxite and unwanted elements, and stockpiling of bauxite may cause the degradation of air quality, and this is related to dust pollution. So normally, bauxite mining will have a large impact on the environment. It is the most abundant neurotoxic metal in the earth. The mining-related environmental issues include both air, water, and even soil pollution due to the dust that is generated by bauxite mining. It also leaches into the water sources and reduces soil fertility. It affects agricultural food production and aquatic life. So, there is a lot of ripple effects from bauxite mining, and the government should carefully consider these impacts on the environment before giving the go-ahead to Noranda. Is it better to save the economy than to save the environment? Saving the environment means protecting the people, protecting the wildlife, protecting reserves, and the environmental areas that tourists like to visit and see. It also means that we are protecting our heritage, protecting artifacts and archaeological finds from the past. We are protecting our culture and protecting ourselves on the long run. It's not just about short-term economic gratification. It should be considered about the long-term impacts of deforestation and the impact on the health of the wildlife and the persons that live in and around the cockpit country in Jamaica. Now leave your comments down below. What is your feedback? Do you believe that the government should grant the permit and give the go-ahead to Noranda to mine bauxite in the cockpit country? Or is it that they should consider the environmental impacts and reject the offer and try to find another way to grow the economy, another way to earn? Agriculture is always a viable option. I'm not sure why no one is paying attention to agriculture and focusing on providing exports to garner foreign exchange from other countries. Now, even bauxite mining in the cockpit country will affect agricultural production. It will affect both water and air quality. It will cause soil pollution, and it will affect ecosystems that exist within the cockpit country. Therefore, there has to be other options. This cannot be the only option to save the economy of Jamaica. We cannot destroy the environment to save the economy. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.